To put the radio on receive, what we've done is to set the stay with the signal generator on 2779.125 channel 20. Make sure it's spot on. I've dug the marker oscillator out, which is another signal generator. Ideally you'd do this at 10.695, but we don't have a 10.695 marker oscillator, so we'll do it at 455 kilohertz, which is the other IF. So with the tones off the signal generator, look, I'll turn it on, turn it off, keep the volume up quite high, and listen very carefully, because we've got a musical note when I put the lead from the other signal generator in vicinity of the IF. Now I'm going to adjust the trimmer CT201, but I'll just zoom out so you can see us do this. Listen carefully. There's a musical note, and we need to null that to make it go. Lower and lower till it goes. Listen. And that's it. That's receive frequency set using a marker oscillator. So that's a secondary signal generator. So now we know the receiver's on frequency as well. It's time to adjust the receive coils. It's receiving very well. That's 0.3 of a microvolt. We'll go through it anyway. T101. Smelt the wax in T101. Zoom in a bit. An improvement there. T102. Minute improvement there. T103. Minute improvement there. So that's all. That's fine. The detector, if we put ourselves an S9 signal on the radio, that's 100 microvolts. The detector is 105. So I'm looking for maximum audio on a signal on an oscilloscope. And we gained a little bit there as well. I could just check the IF ones okay, which is 104. Without using a sweep generator here, I'm just making sure that the sine wave is equal and not lopsided. So let's check that. So what have we got? Well, that's 0.3 of a microvolt. 0.25, 0.2, 0.15. About 0.15 is minimum sensitivity. So that compares very favourably with some of the current sets, which are, to me, are a bit on the deaf side. No, last week's wasn't, was it? The Cobra 29 LXEU. Or not when it had been serviced anyway. Now the only thing that remains to be done is make sure the S meter is reading S9. So again, we put a 100 microvolt signal on it, and it reads S8. So it's just between a 7 and a 9. So we'll just adjust that. It's RV101, which is the one on the right was for the transmit for the meter, and the one on the receive is the receive side of the meter. Now we've got a dirty control, so using the service oil switch cleaner, we'll just give that a quick clean and waggle it around a bit. And that gives us S9. Okay. Right, that leaves finally the squelch. Now I remember this being the bit of these sets which isn't brilliant. So we'll turn the signal generator off. Put the squelch on the radio for the squelch to come in, which is, let's start that test again. And that comes straight in at 0.3, which is far from ideal. Now I'll turn the squelch to full, and I can't get rid of that 0.3 microvolt signal. So let's see if we can strengthen the squelch. And the preset for that is what? I hope it's got one. I'll just check with the circuit. No, unfortunately there isn't a preset squelch, and so it's lousy. It's pretty insensitive. It's oversensitive. There's no strength to it. So if you're living in a town where you've got a lot of residual background noise, then it's going to sit there hissing all day. Luckily we're in a rural environment here, and the squelch will work for us. But I say it's far from ideal. I knew this was it's something at the back of my mind. I knew this is what let these sets down, and it's the squelch. Right, that's it. We've done it. It's the JWR M2 from 1981, and we'll have a chat to somebody tonight on it and put that video on as well. Thank you for watching.